Right. පුතා හැමෝටම ආයුබෝවන්. එහෙනම් අපි paper number 4 එකත් එක්ක තමයි මුණ ගැහෙන්නේ. Right. So now we are meeting with paper number 4. So we already discussed paper number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you completed, I think, the term test also, right? Term test එක ලිව්වා නේද හැමෝම? So now today we are moving to the paper number 4. And with the beginning of March, right, we start the discussing of complete paper, right? So it means part A and part B full paper. So part A 25 questions and part B 5 questions. So from starting of March first week, we are starting the discussion of full paper, right? So we discuss full papers, paper 1 maybe up to 2-3 months. Thereafter we shift to the paper 2, which contains the big questions, 10 questions, right? Okay, so today we are moving to the part A. I have issued a paper part A with question 25, right? එහෙනම් හොඳටම සෙට් වෙලා හොඳට අහගෙන ඉන්න. විශේෂයෙන් මම කියලා තියෙනවනේ පොතක් මේන්ටේන් කරන්න ඕනේ CR book එක. ඒ CR book එකේ දැන් වැටෙන්න ඕනේ අද paper number 4, right? Paper number 4 and question wise, imagine first question is correct, but you gain something, a new knowledge, right? Then you can write question number 1 and then write the thing that you learn. So question 2 already done and you know everything related to that, then no issue, keep it blank. But you found a new theorem or new concept with my discussion for question number 3, then write that concept with it. Okay, right? And when the discussion is going on, right, don't try to recorrect the answers, just focus to my discussion. Thereafter, once the session is completed with the knowledge that you gain through the discussion, then try to recorrect the questions after the session, right? Then you will learn how to recorrect the questions. Otherwise, just you copy the answer and you will never see the way of doing it, right? පැහැදිලිද? මම කර මේ වැඩසටහන යනකොට මේක උත්තරේ ලියනවට වඩා ඉස්සලා හොඳට අහගෙන ඉන්න මේ පොඩි වෙලාව ඇතුළත අහගෙන ඉඳලා ආයෙ ඒ ටික රීකරෙක්ට් කරන්න සෙෂන් එකේ වරුණාට පස්සේ. හැබැයි ගන්න තීරි පොයින්ට්ස් අලුත් දේවල් ඒව ටික නෝට් ඩවුන් කරගන්න. නිකම් බලාගෙන ඉන්න එපා පුතා. ඒක ඉෆෙක්ටිව් නෑ. ඒ නිසා මේ බුක් එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඊට පස්සේ ෆයිල් එකක් දාගෙන පේපර්ස් ටික එම ඇටච් කරගෙන යන්න. ඒකට ඔයාලට මේ ඊයර් එක එන්ඩ් වෙනකොට ලොකු දැනුමක් ගේන් කරගන්න පුළුවන් මේ paper series එක through. Okay, right, let's start the discussion. First question of the paper number 4, right? I will share the paper with you. I think we shared the paper already, right? එතකොට ටයිම් එක ටිකක් shift වුණා. මගේ grade 6 class එක පටන් ගත්තා online එක 6:30 to nearly 8:30 වෙනකන් යනවා. ඒ නිසා ඔයාලගේ එක ඔයාලා ලොකු ළමයිනේ නේද දැන්? ඒ නිසා 8:30 to අපි upward මේ ටික කරගෙන යමු, right? එතකොට මාර්ච් වල ඉඳලා paper එකේ size එක ටිකක් ලොකු වෙනවා. first paper එක full paper එක අපි discuss කරනවා. ඊට අමතරව අර short questions වැඩි ප්‍රමාණයකුත් ඉස්සරහට discussion එකට යවනවා, right? Okay, now we are moving to the question number 1 of paper number 4, right? If 2/5 of a certain amount is 280 rupees, find the amount, right? 2/5, right, of a certain amount. We do not know that certain amount. I write certain amount, right, is equal to how much? That is 280 rupees, right? For an example, there are several methods. I can write that 2/5 of mean in maths multiplication, certain amount. I do not know that, so I mark it as x. 2/5 of x equal now 280, right? This is like a simple equations. 2 into x, 2x upon 5 equal 280, right? Now x to be subjected. So here division 5 can be eliminated by multiplication 5, right? Here multiplication 5. So 5 and 5 being cancelled out. Then 2x equal 218 to 5, right? Just keep as it is. Then divide by 2 both side. Then I can see that 2 and 2 being cancelled out. 2, 1, 2, 140. Then 140 into 5, how much? 5 into 0, 0, 5 into 4, 20, and 2 is remaining. 5 into 1, 5 plus 2, 7. So the answer is rupees 700. Rupees 700. Right. Right. That is the first method of doing it. I will introduce another method you to do it. Right. Okay, that's the first method. The second method, see carefully. 2/5 of a certain amount is equivalent as an amount of rupees 280. This is the second method. Okay, 2/5, 280. They are asking the total amount. Total amounts mean the, imagine one part, 2/5, 280. Total means 5/5, right? 5 වලින් 2 තමයි 280. 5 වලින් 5 තමයි total එක වෙන්නේ. Now how to find 250 is 280? So you can find out 1/5. How? Right, out of 5 parts, 2 parts is 280. Then one part, how much? 280 divided by 2. Just divide by the numerator. Then it gives you 1/5 equal, right, 140. Then total means 5/5, right, 5 upon 5. So you have to multiply this 140 by 5. Then it gives you, right, 700 rupees. That's the second part when you deal with the fractions, right? Right, you can note down whatever methods you like. Then clear පුතා board again, right? uh, I bought black pen and black ink. Black is better, right? Okay, first questions බලන්න මේ වගේ මේකෙන්ම fractions question එක ගොඩ දාන්න පුළුවන්, right? Okay, now we are moving to the second question of the paper. Right, ඊළඟට the students who faced the O-level exam this year, right? Can you hands up if anyone here, or send me a WhatsApp message? Right, this is my WhatsApp. Right, I need to identify the students who are facing O-level this year, because our revision, I'm willing to conduct a revision session tomorrow onwards, right? Revision for the students who are facing this year O-level this year, right? Here we can see 2 students, right? 2 students, right? Puta, send me a WhatsApp message separately, right? I am starting a revision, especially focusing the students facing this May exam, right? Okay, not for the new grade 11, for the all grade 11 students, right? Okay, first question is done. ආසාවෙන් match කරන්න, right? එතකොට අපිට වැඩේ set වෙනවා. වැඩේ set වුණාම match කියන එක nothing. හරි? Right. So the second question, find the value of square root 27 to the first step approximation. This is like a lesson, right? So the students who are not familiar with root 27, finding the first approximation, now you can catch up. Right. ඔන්න අවස්ථාව පුතා. දැන් මං කිව්වේ ඒකනේ මේක theory class එකක් වගේ තමයි. Why? If you do not know the first approximation, now you can learn how to find the first approximation. Right? Then if you haven't learned previously, mark these by red pen. Use a red pen, nah? Red එක දැන් exam එකට red එකකින් ලියන්න. හැබැයි දැන් අපි red එකකින් ලියනවා. එතකොට අපිට හොඳට focus වෙනවා ඒක. Right. So how to find the first of approximation? In most of O-level papers, we can see this type of question under first approximation. So we take the upper, right, means after the 27, what are the perfect squares, right? What is the perfect square after 27? So these are the perfect square. See there, square 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, right, 36, 49, right, 64, 81, 100. So in exam O-level paper, we just have a number between up to 100, from 0 to 100. No, we will not take more than 100 value for the first approximation. So if I take the square roots of each figure, see there, right, then you have to know the answer of these, right? So square root 1 mean 1, 2, 4 mean 2, 9 means 3, here 4, here 5, here 6, here 7, here 8, here 9, here 10. Remember these all for the exam, right? For this question, right? You have to remember. If anybody do not know these things, right, you can note down and remember these things. Square root 36, 6, square root 49, 7, square root 110. Likewise, you have to know these figures first. Okay. Now I have to choose, because in the exam they will not give asking root 36, right? They asking a value of a square root which is not a perfect square, like 27, 35, 89, whatever, right? So root 27, I have to choose the upper value of the perfect square more than 27. More than 27, the square root what 36 is the perfect square. So I take square root 36 and the value of square root 6 is 6. Then I have to take the below part for 27, that is 25. Then square root 25, that gives you 5. So now we have an idea. The root 27 lies in between 5 and 6. It is a value in between 5 and 6. So I choose the value 5 and 6, between 5 and 6. Then I have to see the gap of this between this perfect square and the certain square given. So 27 subtract 25, it gives you 2. Here it gives you how much the difference, subtract here. So that gives you 9 difference. So now you feel that here gap is more. If I draw in a diagram, here is square root 25. Here gap is 2, 27. Here gap is more 9. So that means that is far away from 6. 5 and 6. That is far away because more distance. If it is exactly mid 5.5, that means the gap shall be same. But here very closer to there, because here gap 2, here gap is 9. So that answer gives you answer of root 27 very closer to root 25. That means for the 5. So what are the closer value for 5? It cannot be 5 because it is 25. Square root is 5, but it is bit more than that. So what are the bit more than that value? 5 point something, 5.1 or 5.2, right? Because you cannot go to the 5.45 because that is far away. Here very small gap between 5. So we have now two options. We check whether it is 5.1 or 5.2. How to determine the correct answer? This is the way. Okay, up to now that is clear. So now we determine 5.1 or 5.2. We have two options. Then if it is 5.1, we multiply it with 5.1 to check it. Right. Quickly, I will take the answer. 5.51 square, that gives you 26.01. Then I choose 5.2, then you can multiply it 5.2, 5.2. It gives you, right, 27.04. Now check what is the value we require, 27. Here it is given 2601, here 2704. So now we check what is minimum gap between 27. Here 26.01 means it is 0.9 less. But here 27.04, just 0.04 more. There, the bigger part less there, but here very shorter gap. So then 20 square root 27 close to this figure. That means the square root shall be 5.2, right? So what is the answer? 5.2. Practice කරන්න ආයි lesson එක බලලා මේ ටික දොර තමන්ට ඕක set වෙනවා. හරි? Right. So the answer is 5.2. මේවා note down කරගන්න නිකන් sketch එක ඔළුවේ තියාගෙන ආයෙ ගෙදර ගිහිල්ලා ආයෙ try කරන්න මේ ගාන වැරදුනා නම්. All right. So that is the first approximation. Exactly a questions will be there, right? In the paper, because in most of the papers we have seen the first approximation. Now we are moving to the question number 3. Are you okay? Right. Right. So the question number 3, a simplification of fraction 1 upon a plus 2 upon 3a. Right. So fraction addition, Puta. In fraction addition, what is our concern? We have to know that the both the fractions denominator must equal. Fraction add කරන්න නම් මොකද්ද වෙන්න ඕනේ? Denominators equal වෙන්න ඕනේ. That's the concept. So here denominator A, here denominator 3a. So we have to make same denominator. What I do here, multiply a by 3 to make 3a. Right. Right. Plus 2 upon 3a. Now here the top part 3 upon 3a plus 2 upon 3a. Now 3a, 3a, same denominator. I add 2 plus 3. What is the answer? 5. So 5 upon 3a. 5 upon 3a. Okay, fine. That's the question number 3. Now we are moving to the question number 4. So question number 4, here express the shaded region using the set notation. Puta, it is not shaded. ඒක අමතක වෙලා shade කරන්න. Shade වෙලා නැහැ නේද PDF එක. Here the shaded part is not given. So imagine I shade here because in most of the exam we have seen this type of question, this region, right? How to indicate that part in the set notation, right? Everyone try to do it. Now shade this part and try to write under the set notation. බලන්න මේකේ උත්තරේ දාන්න. Make a set notation. Here A, here B, this shaded part as in the as the set notation. Send me the answer to the chat. Right. No one has done. Okay, Ravidu. Okay. What else? Right. බයනතු answers දෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඉස්සරහට මම මාච් වල ඉඳලා මේකේ audio එහෙම enable කරනවා. එතකොට හැමෝම discuss කරන්න පුළුවන් මේක ඔයාලගේ class එක. බය නැතුව ඕන ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහන්න සර් මෙහෙම වෙන්න බැරිද? argue කරන්න maths වල. එහෙම තමයි subject එක ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ. Right. හැංගිලා ඉඳලා බෑ. Right. Okay, now we will check how the answer. Right. A union B dash. Right. That is incorrect, Puta. Good try, but that is incorrect. මේක ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන O level exam එකට. Right. This is how you deal with the question. Right. B is not being shaded. Right. No any either parts of B being shaded. Right. Solely the B not shaded. Right. So it means cannot be. Cannot be mean except B. So except B means B dash, B complement. Right. But all the B complement is shaded? No. All the B complement means out all the regions. But the region which intersect with A. Intersect with A. Right. B dash outer but intersect with A. So this is the region. B dash intersect with A. So not the union. If it is union, that is incorrect. B dash complement intersect with A. So you can exchange these two things like A intersect B dash. However, dash should be for the B, not for A. Right. Remember that one, huh? Because in lot of O level papers we have seen this shading. Right. So the pattern B schedule and B කොහෙවත් එහෙනම් b complement එන්න ඕනේ b ගිහා. ඒත් එක්ක එකට intersect වෙන එක. හැම වෙලේම intersect එක. Right. Right. So now we are moving to the next part. Right. Question number 5. Factorize this one, x squared plus 3x minus 18. Guys, you know that in factorizing we have three options. What are they? First thing, common factors. The second thing, difference of squares. The last one, the trinomial quadratic expressions. So you check common factors, no. Difference of squares, no. Then trinomial quadratic expression. So in that you multiply this negative 18 with x squared, then it gives you negative 18x squared. Then you check that here negative answer should be there, then positive negative multiplication should be there to have the negative side. Then when you add up these two terms, the middle term plus 3x should be given. So when you add up positive and negative two terms means the difference shall be positive 3, difference 3, right? So what is the product giving difference 3 as having 18? Then I feel that 6x, 3x. The difference 3, right? Then I check here middle term positive 3. Then out of these two figure, this part gives the positive and this part gives the negative. Then I replace middle terms by the couple of this. So x squared plus 6x minus 3x minus 18. Then I 2 by 2 get the out of the fraction. So x plus 6. And here I take out minus 3 and x plus 6. So now I can see x plus 6 is common for both. Then x plus 6 is taken out. Then here x remaining and minus 3. So these are the factors of this. Factorizing means the sum of the terms being converted as the product of the terms. The sum converted to the product. Sum or subtraction converted to the product. Right. Correct it. That's the question number 5, right? May factorizing this is applicable for the quadratic equations even, right? To solve the quadratic equations, we require the factorizing of trinomial quadratic expressions. Right. Right now we are moving to the next question, right? Questions number 6, right? The nth term of an arithmetic progression is 13 minus 2n. 13 minus 2n, that is nth term, tn given as 13 minus 2n. Find the 10th term of the progression, 10th term. So nth term is the general term. So we can substitute for n any value and we can take the corresponding terms. If we need to take the 100 terms for n, substitute 100. If we need to take 50th term, substitute n for 50th. So that is the short equipment, short tool that always give any terms, right? We have to just replace n by the particular term, right? So what they are asking here, find in the 10th term of the progression. So instead of n, we substitute 10. So n 10, right? So 13 minus 2 into n 10, right? Then 13 minus 2 into 10, 20, right? Then 13 subtract 20, it gives you minus 7. Because positive 13, negative 20, the signs are different. Then you subtract 20, subtract 13, 7. You give the bigger value sign, that is minus 7. Right? That's the general term T10. Okay. Right. Now we are moving to the question number 7. Right. හොඳට තේරුම් ගන්න මේක ඉදිරියට nth term එක දුන්නාම ඒකේ substitute කරන්න තියෙන n වලට whatever value they are asking. Right. Question number 7 I am drawing here. Carefully see. Right. This is a parallelogram. Right. These two lines are parallel and these two lines are parallel. Here it is given 72 and what they're asking ABC, right? So remember what are the features of a parallelogram. the opposite angles of parallelograms are equal. So if this angle is not, then that equal to this angle. So they are asking that angle, B angle. So how to find? You know that this is a straight line. So these are the angles around a straight line. They add up to 180. Right. If I say it is x, how to find the x? Right. So you know that x plus 72 equal 180. Then subject x here, bring that plus 72 to other side. Right. Then it becomes x equal 108 degree. X means this angle. So this is 108. So as per the feature of parallelogram, this is opposite to this angle, right? The opposite angles of parallelogram are equal. So this angle gives you 188, right? In the diagram itself, you can mark these informations found here and here. These are equal, right? In paper 1 of 25 questions, the mentioning reasoning is not compulsory, right? Mentioning reason, but the steps are required, but within the brackets it's not mandatory to mention the theorem. But in paper 2 geometric questions, you must write the theorems or the reasoning, but in paper 1 the reasons are not mandatory, right? Although you can write, that's fine, no issue, but if you don't write means you are not losing marks. The reasoning, the theorems names and these things are right. Okay, but if you get used to do that, do it, no issue, right? Right. Next question regarding the question number 8. Right. So what are the theorems we used? The angles around straight lines, they are 180, add up to they are 180, and the opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So two theorems being used. Question number 8. See carefully. The sample space of a random experiment. The S is indicated the sample space. 2, 4, 6, 8. Right. 2, 4, 6, 8. Right. If A is an event of getting a prime number. So A is the event of getting a prime number. So now you can mark what are the prime numbers out of the sample space. 2 is the first prime number. Then 4, 6, 8 are not prime numbers, right? Only one prime number having an even number, that is 2. Then they're asking the probability of taking a prime number. So as per the definition, probability of A equal the elements of number of elements of A divided by the number of elements of sample space. So here we have number of elements in sample space 1, 2, 3, 4. That is sample space elements, and elements of set A is only 1. So what is the probability? 1 upon 4. Right. So the definition says that if we consider particular event, the number of elements of that event divided by the number of elements of the sample space. Right. Sample space means total events there. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Right. Now we are moving to the question number 9. So this is important. We completed the graph part 1. Write the equation of the straight line that is parallel to the straight line. This one passes through the point 0, -2. So last time in theory part, we discussed what is the parallel concept, right? So here we have a line with the equation y equal to x minus 1, right? Another line parallel to that and passes through a point 0, -2. Right. So first understand what is the concept behind the parallel. Right. Parallel means they have same inclination with an x-axis. Same inclination means same gradient. Right. So here how to find the gradient? Y equal 2x minus 1. Y being subjected. So front to the x value, that is the coefficient of x, is the gradient. So here gradient equal front to x value is 2. So in this graph also, the gradient must be 2 because they are parallel. So you can write now the equation y equal, right, 2 because gradient 2 and x there. So the differ thing is the intercept, right? So you do not know the intercept, but it says that it passes through 0, -2. Remember the point 0, right? So last day I explained you 0, point mean that point lies on the y-axis. Why? The reasons, on the y-axis always the x-coordinate is 0. So x coordinate 0 means 0 comma minus 2. So this is the point. So 0 comma any point mean it is a point on the y-axis, because on the y-axis x coordinate is 0. So now you can see that is the intercept, because we are as per the definition, the point which intersect the y-axis is the intercept. So intercept is what now? Minus 2. Understand it? So 2x minus 2. Right. So always remember, whenever a graph passing through 0 comma something, something is like a flower, right? Flower shall be the gradient. 0 comma තියෙනවා නම් එහා පැත්තෙන් එක නා තමයි sorry gradient නෙමෙයි intercept. හරිනේ? Right. Flower is the intercept. So 0 comma 3, then 3 is the intercept if the graph passes through the point 0 comma 3. Right. ඒ concept එක ඔලුවට දාගන්න. හරි? Right. But if a point like 2 comma 3, right, you cannot say that 3 is the gradient, so 3 is the intercept, because that is 2 comma, that is not on the y-axis. Okay, now we are moving to the question number 10. So what is the quick answer? Y equal to x minus 2. 2x minus 2. So understand two concepts there. If two lines are parallel means their gradients are equal. And if it passes through 0 comma some points, that the 0 comma after value is the intercept. Right. Now move to the question number 10, the LCM question. Question number 10, LCM. 15a squared x. So the easiest way, you know that 15, then bit separated a squared and separated x. Right. Then numeric value 6x squared. Numeric under numeric. And remember, x terms under x terms. No a terms, x squared there. Now, how to catch up this one? Right. See the easiest method. Okay. Right. So you choose numeric values 15 and 6. Right. Out of 15 and 6, you choose the bigger value 15, and you try to convert 6 into 15. Whether you have multiplication 6 into what? 15? No. Right. We cannot convert 6 to 15. Then you check the twice the second multiple of 15, that is 30. 30 years, 15 second multiple 36 can convert to 30 years. So out of these two, you choose the LCM is 30. Right. Then take the similar terms and take the highest power. A squared, no terms here. So the highest power is a squared. And x squared, take the highest power, that is x squared. So LCM gives you 30a squared x squared. Okay. Right. So that is the answer. If you follow any methods, no issue, right? හදාගන්න ප්‍රශ්න තියෙන අය chat එකට හරි දාන්න. right? මොනවා හරි doubts තියෙනවා නම් sir මේක මෙහෙම වෙන්න බෑද? මේ උත්තරේ වෙන්න බෑද? right? එහෙම අහන්න. right? හොඳ කාලයකුත් නෑ පුතා. එක්සෑම් එක තියෙන කියලා අපිට තාම අයිඩියා එකක් නෑ. අපි හිතමුකෝ දැන් මේ පෙබ්‍රුවරිනේ ඉන්නේ. මැක්සිමම් ඊළඟ අවුරුද්දේ පෙබ්‍රුවරි ගියත් අවුරුද්දයි තියෙන්නේ. පෙබ්‍රුවරි නෑ ජනවරි දිහා තිබ්බොත් 11 months 10 months වගේ තියෙන අපිට නොදැනුණාට. right. ඒ නිසා දැන් තාම අර එක්සෑම් එක තියලා නැති නිසා එක්සෑම් එක තිබ්බ ගමන් ඔයාලගේ එක තව මාස 6කින් විතර එනවා. ඒ නිසා දැන් ඒක ගන්න දැන් ටර්ම් ටෙස්ට් තිබ්බා අපි රිලීස් වුණා හරි ඉවරයි කියලා උඩ පනින්න දෙමේ තියෙන්නේ. දැන් තමන්ගේ ටර්ම් ෆයිනල් එක්සෑම් එකට රෙඩි වෙන්නයි ඕනේ. right. ඒක මනින්ම එනවා. right. ඒ නිසා ආසාවෙන් මැත්ස් ඉගෙන ගන්න ආස කරන්න, ගණන් හදන්න ආස කරන්න. ඒ ආසාවම එන්න ඕනේ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක පුළුවන් වෙන්න. හරි. දැන් මේක කවුරුත් කියනවනේ පේපර් එක දුන්නාම ආස කරන්න පටපට ගාලා හදන්න. අපි ඉස්සර එහෙමයි සමහර ගණන් දවස් දෙක A level maths කරද්දි කල්පනා කරනවා. ඉන්න නැත්තම් ආයෙ තව සතියකින් ආයෙ බලනවා. right. එහෙම අතාරින්න එපා. අපි ඇත්තටම ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම මේ එක්සෑම් පාස් කරන්න ඒවා වෙන ඔටෝ. හැබැයි ඊට වඩා අපි සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක තුල ජීවත් වෙන්න. එතකොට අපි ඒකට ආසාවෙන්ම වැඩේ යෙදෙනවා. දන්නේම නැතුව මැත්ස් හොඳටම පුළුවන් වෙනවා. හැමෝම එහෙම කරන්න. අද කාලේ ළමයින්ගේ ඒක නෑ ගොඩක්. තියෙන්නේ මේක බල කිරීමකට නැත්නම් වදයකට නැත්නම් යන්තම් හරි මේක ගොඩ දා ගන්න. එහෙමයි. එහෙම නෙමෙයි සබ්ජෙක්ට් වලට ඒ ආසාව ඇති කරගන්න. right. එහෙනම් අපි question number 11 වලට යනවා. Right, find the area length of the sector which is cut from a circle with 88 centimeter circumference. මේක area නෙමෙයි arc වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒක පොඩ්ඩක් spelling වැරදිලා. Find the arc length of the sector which is cut from the circle with 88 circumference. මේක දෙන්නේ ළමයාට මේක ගැන idea එකක් තියනවද කියලා බලන්න. To know whether the student is an proper understanding of maths. Right? This is the full circle. Out of that being cut 45 parts. Right? What is that? Yes, 45 degree. And the full circle circumference. Full circle is 88 circumference. So 88 centimeter of the full circle. So they are asking what is the arc length of this portion. Now you have to no need to always try to apply the formulas. Just think that from the whole circle, right, how much this portion as a fraction. So from the whole circle mean 360, right? Out of 360, this part is 45 degree. Right, right. If that's so, from the total circumference, 88, how much that portion? Right. So as a fraction, indicate this sector 45 upon 360. That means 1/8 of full circle. So that part is 1/8 of the full circumference. So full circumference 88. Out of that 1/8 part. So 8, 1, 8, 11. So 11 centimeter. Or if you feel that this 45 sector is 1/8 of the full circle, right? Then you have to divide 88 by 8 to see the arc length. දැන් සමහර ළමයි මම දැකලා තියෙනවා ඔය වගේ ගණන්ද ෆෝමියුලා යොදලා රේඩියස් හොයලා අර මුල්ල එකෙන් රේඩියස් හොයනවා 2πr දාලා ආයේ ඒ r යොදාගෙන මේකේ arc length එක හදනවා. අවුමක් යන්නේ කැරකෙන්නේ. හැබැයි ඊට වඩා basic concept ඔළුවට දාගන්න. Right? Okay. Hari. Then we will move to the next question. Right. Next question. Question number 12. See the question number 12. Question number 12, I will know the question. Here x3x, here 100. So you can see the triangle very clearly, right? In a triangle, when one side is extended, right? One side is extended, and you can see this exterior angle, right? So that exterior angle is equal to the interior opposite sum, right? So exterior is 100, that equals interior is this one, interior opposite. These are the opposite. So interior opposite sum. So x plus 3x. So now you can see x plus 3x mean 4x equal 100, right? Just divide by 4 to subject x, 4 being cancelled out. So x equal 25 degrees. X equal 25 degrees. Okay, fine. So find the value of, so what we applied, the exterior angle theorem, 100 equal interior is this one, not the interior. Interior opposite sum, x plus 3x equal 100. Right, now we are moving to the question number 13. That gives you logarithm of 64, right, to the base 4 equal x, right? Find the value of x. So you know that in O-level paper, you have two types of questions only. What are they? First one, logarithm to index format. The other thing, the reverse of that, index to the logarithm format. So here, a log format given, why you see there log value given, right? So how to convert log to the index format? Here we have a base 4, right? So I shift base to the other side as the base here, there, right? Then base 4 x goes to the index 4x equal here 64, right? Just convert log to the index format to find any value or transfer in this in that way. Now they're asking also x, right? Now this is called an equations, but that is index equation. So to take index equation, to solve index equation, you have to make here 64 as base of 4, right? I can write 64 as 4 to the power 3. So the right side 4 to the power x. Now you can see bases are equal in this equation. Now the index must equal, then 4 to the 3 equal 4 to the x. Then x shall be equal 3. So x equal 3. So that is the index equation. First thing, you converted log to index format. Log to index format. Then C index equation making the same basis to make equal the index. Right. Right. Next we can move to the question number 14. Understood? Any questions you can ask, right? Okay, now we are moving to the next question. Next question says that question number 14 solving simple equation, right? 14th question, x minus 1 upon 2 equal 5, right? Subjecting x, right? Solving equation means subjecting the x. So how to deal with that question? Bring that x minus 1 upon 2 here, right? So solving x means subjecting x. So better to eliminate this division 2 with the opposition operation. What is that? Multiplication. So division 2 I eliminate by multiplication to both sides. So 2 being cancelled out, then x minus 1 equal 5 into 2 become 10. Okay. Now x minus 1, there I need to eliminate minus 1. I bring that minus 1 to other side. So 10 plus 1, then x become 10 plus 1 equal 11. So x equal 11. That is the answer. Right. Okay. X equal 11. Right. Now I move to the next question. See there, question number 15. Right. Question number 15. We have a circle and center, and here AB, right? A and B there, and here the chord is there, and it is drawn to the midpoint of the chord, and this side is given equal, right? What they are asking, find the magnitude of AOB, AOB, AOB. This angle is asking, right? How to find that angle? See there. Here, once you see a chord is bisected, right? What you can do? This chord is bisected, equally being divided. That means this angle creates 90 degree. That angle creates 90 degree. So this is 90 degree. Now you can see that that is the theorem. When a center is connected to the midpoint of the chord, then that is perpendicular to that. Okay. Then you can see these two sides equal. If it is 90, these two angles to be equal, 45, 45 shared. 45, and here also 45. And here you can see this is 90, as well as these two angles also same front to that two sides. So that is shared 45, 45. Now they are asking AOB angle, right? So AOB angle contains AOB, this whole angle, that is twice of 45. So that gives you twice of 45 degrees. That means 90 degree. Twice of 45, that is 90 degree. Okay. Fine. ඒ කියන්නේ ජියොමෙට්‍රික් ඉක්වේෂන් එකේ පුතා තියරම් එක ඇප්ලයි වෙනවා. මෙතන තියරම් එක මිඩ් පොයින්ට් කනෙක්ට් වෙද්දි මෙයා perpendicular වෙනවා. Right. What is the converse of that? right? This is the theorem and converse. The theorem says that if center is connected to the midpoint of the chord, that means this is perpendicular. This is the results we applied. This is 90. So the converse says that, right, when a perpendicular is drawn to that chord, then the chord is bisected, right? Now perpendicular drawn, then you have to make these two symbols as chord is bisected. Got it? Right. That is the theorem and the verse. Okay. So that is 90. Now we are moving to the question number 16. Right. Question number 16. Write two properties of a parallelogram. Right. Tell me what are the properties. Right. Properties of parallelogram. Properties of parallelogram. What are the properties of parallelograms? In a parallelogram, main property is opposite sides are parallel. Right. First point, opposite sides are parallel. This couple parallel, this couple parallel. Right. Then the other one, opposite sides are equal in length. These two sides equal, these two sides equal. The second feature. Then opposite angles are equal. This angle opposite to this angle. These two equal as well. These two equal. Right. Then the next one, when diagonals are drawn, the diagonals are bisected. This part equal, this part equal. The diagonals are bisected. Right. Other than that, you can say that by the diagonals, the area also bisected. Right. So these are the features of parallelogram. Right. Properties of parallelograms. Right. 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 එහෙනම් ඔන්න අපි ඊළඟ ප්‍රශ්නෙට යනවා. Right. We are now moving to the question number 617. If the area of the cross section of the given right prism is this much and the length is 1 meter, find the volume of the prism. Right. This is a solid with uniform cross section. Right. So this is a solid with uniform cross section and the length is 1 meter. 1 meter means 100 centimeter. Convert it to centimeter. Because the cross sections by square centimeter, the length shall be centimeter. Otherwise, the two different units, the dealing would be difficult. Right. Then 48 square centimeter, that's the cross sectional area. So we know that the volume of a solid having a uniform cross section gives by the formula volume equal uniform cross section into the length. Right. Volume equal the uniform cross section, cross sectional area into the length. So cross-sectional area is the the triangle that is uniform cross-section that gives you 48 square centimeter. That multiply with the length of the prism. Length is 1 meter means 100 centimeter. Right. Now you can see multiplication 4800 cubic centimeter. So the answer gives you 100 cubic centimeter. 4800 cubic centimeter. Right. මොකද්ද මේකේ පුතා හොඳට ඔලුවට දාගන්න ඕනි කාරණේ for the solids having uniform cross section, the volume gives you by the equation the cross sectional area into the length. Cross sectional area into the length. Remember that formula. Volume equal area into the length. Okay. Fine. Finish? Right. So sometimes they will ask the volume given and area given and length is asking. However, here this equation contains three parameters, right? Three things: volume, area, length. Sometimes area length given, volume asking. Volume area given, length asking. Volume length given, cross section is asking. Right. So whatever you can subject, right? Remember the general equation, volume equal area into length. If you do not know, write it down. Okay. Right. Now we are moving to the question number 18th, right? The sum of the amount of money of four students is rupees 70, right? Sum of four students, the sum of amount of money of four students, this much. If another student added a certain amount of money to it, the mean of the month, the mean of the amount of money is 18 rupees. Find the amount of money given by the 50 students. Right. I will give a brief knowledge about the mean. Right. Mean means, right. Imagine in our in this scenario, four students, and they the total money given by the four students is 70. Right. Okay. So that is, yes, the sum of money of four students is 70. Imagine here we have person A 1, here person 2, right here 3, and here 4. So when I collect the sum of money of these four students, that gives you 70. If another student added certain amount of money to the mean of the amount of money is 18. Another person came, that means five students. Now mean like average of these five students, right? It means one, it's similar that one students given the mean money, what is that? 18. So now how many students are there altogether? Four and this one, five. So mean means now it represents the one student's money of the sample, right? It is similar to that one student's given now, one student's given now 18 rupees, right? So how many students contribute now? Here we had 4 and 1 5. So now we can see that the sum of total money, sum of money of 5 students, of 5 students. So what is the answer? 18 into 5, that gives you rupees 90. Now we can have the sum of all 5 students' money is 90, right? The previously 4 students' sum is 70. Now what is the money given by the 50 students? That's the difference of 70 and 90. So that gives you 20 rupees. Understood? Previously total of 4 students 70. Now the concept of mean means one student gives like 18 rupees. Now 5 students are there in this sample. So 18 into 5, that means 90. So the total 90, and previously 70 of 4. Now the balance is given by the money by fifth person, that is 20 rupees. Right. මේක හොඳට අල්ලගන්න. මෙන්න මේ වගේ ගැටලු අහලා තියෙනවා exam එකට. Right. note කරගන්න බලන්න. දැන් මාක්ස් එහෙම දුන්නාද ළමයි එක්සෑම් වල? නැද්ද තාම? third term තිබුණානේ grade 10 වලනේ. Right. Okay. Right, now we are moving to the next question. මේක තේරුණා නේද mean කතාව? මේක අහලා තියෙනවා papers වල. ඒකට ඔයා අද හදාගත්තොත් මේ knowledge එක ආයේ මේ වගේ වව පුළුවන්. දැන් මං හිතුවොත් mean mark of this my participants, right? He imagine I have 20 participants in the class. So I say that mean marks of the students is 60, right? So can't I take the total marks of 60 students? Mean marks means now like a student's mark, right, of the sample. So that means one student takes 60 marks. Then what is the total mark of the samples? 160. Then 20 members are there. So 60 into 20, right? That gives you the total, that is 1200 marks. Now I say that uh, now I say that another student came and means becomes 70. Then how I can find the total mark? Now another student came and means 70. So 70, one student now says like 70. And how many students? One student newly came, 21. So I can now take the total mark by multiplying this. So it gives you 1470. So now what is the newly added person's mark? The difference of these two, right? So අර කතාවෙත් එහෙමයි අහන්නේ අලුතෙන් ආපු එක්කෙනාගේ මාක් එක. ඒතර කලින් හිටපු ඔක්කොගේ මේ සම් එක 70, අලුතෙන් ආවට පස්සේ ඇවරේජ් එක 18 කියන්නේ දැන් 18 පස් දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. 18 into 5 90, right? ඒතර 90 තමයි දැන් පස් දෙනාගේම සම් එක, හතර දෙනාගේම සම් එක 70. එතකොට හතරෙක්ගේ සම් එක 70, පස් දෙනාගේම සම් එක 90 වෙද්දී මේ වෙනස කියන්නේ කවුද? 50th person. So that is 20. Okay? ළමෙක් එක අහලා තිබුණා අය? Yes. Given by the fifth student. Fifth student is that much. 20. Right. right මේක හොඳට ඔළුවට දාගන්න. මේක ගොඩක් කවුරුදුල එක්සෑම් එකට අහලා තියෙනවා. right ඔළුවට දාගන්න ඕනේ මීන් එක කියන්නේ එක ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙක් වගේ තමයි. කෙනෙක්ගේ value එක වගේ තමයි. වගේ කී දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවද total එක ගත්ත හැකි. mean into the number of students, right? Then the total marks is there of the particular students. Right, now we are moving to the question number 19. See the question number 19. Right, here we have A, C, D, E, A, C, E, D, and here we have B, right? These two sides being equal and these two angles being equal. So what they are asking, if AC equal BD, fine, and CAD equal ADB, ADB, in the figure names a pair of congruent triangles, right? එතකොට triangles දෙක මොකක්ද අපිට ගන්න පුළුවන්? This angle equal this side equal this side, and this side equal this angle equal this side, this angle, and this side is common for both triangle. Which triangles? This triangle as well, this angle triangle. So this is the common side, see there. Okay, now see this triangle, angle, sorry, side angle side, side angle side. So here the case is very important. Under side angle side case, what are the basic requirement? The two sided should be there, right in between that the angle to be located. That means the angle shall be the intermediate angle. Angle එක intermediate angle එක වෙන්න ඕනේ. උතර මතක තියාගන්න. right. එතකොට ඒ විදිහට මෙහෙම ඉන්න ඕනේ. මේ දෙන්නට මැද්දේ angle එක. right. Make a in between. Maybe not in between. So that is fine. So this relate the case. We name a pair of congruent triangle, that is ACD triangle, ACD triangle, and the other one ABD triangle. Right. So what is the case? Right. The congruence case is side angle side case, because the angle to be the intermediate angle between two sides. Okay. Right. Hadagan. Everyone okay? Right. Now we are moving to the next question. right. Question number 20. Right. මේක පැහැදිලිනේ. මේ කේස් එකේ important බව බලන්න මෙහෙම ඉන්න ඕනේ. side angle side sides දෙකට මැදි වෙන්න ඕනේ. intermediate වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒක check කරන්න ඕනේ. side angle side බලන්න ලියද්දිත් අපි ලියන්නේ angle එක intermediate කළා. right side angle side similarly. Okay, now we are moving to the question number 20. If it requires to cover the whole surface area of the curved surface of a right cylinder shape, tin circumference of a circular face is 44. Right, so cylinder is there, circumference. Circumference is this outer length that gives you the 44 centimeter, right? And the height 10 centimeter. So the height is 10 centimeter with the label. So they're asking find the minimum area of the label, right? Remember how the curved surface area being born, right, of a right circular cylinder. So if I take a paper, right, the rectangle paper, and I rotate it, right, and I fold it in this way, so I can see that it creates a cylinder curved surface. So if I have a cylinder in this way, if I right unfold it, right, so you can see that it gives you a rectangle. If you fold it, it gives you a curved surface of a cylinder. Then this circumference give you the length of the rectangle, and the height of the cylinder is the breadth of the rectangle. So how to find the surface area of this one? Length into breadth. So now remember in that way, the curved length, this is the length of the rectangle, right? And then the height is height of the cylinder, breadth of the rectangle. So I can extract this surface into a rectangle. So this curved length is the circumference, right? That is the circumference, means 25r, right? And this is the height of the cylinder. So how to find the curved surface area in another way without formula? Circumference into the height. With the formula, if you substitute for the circumference 25r, 25r into h, 25rh. That is how the equation is built up. So you can find out the curved surface area equal, remember in that way also, circumference of the base into the height, right? So circumference given as how much? Circumference of this given as 44 centimeter. So do not want to find radius or whatever to find supply the 25rh. Just circumference is the 25r into the height. Height is the 10 centimeter. ඔන්න ඔය විදිහට ඔළුවේ දාගන්න. මොනවද ආකාර දෙක types දෙක curved surface area given general formula 25rh, that is the curved surface area 25rh. So what I build up here, 25r means the circumference of the base, circumference. So instead of 25r, I write circumference into h, height. So now the second format is the curved surface area, circumference into height. Right, that's it. Right, question number 20, just answer 44 into 10, that gives you 440 square centimeter. 440 square centimeter. Now we are moving to the question number 21. Right, එතකොට කෙනෙකුට මේක අමතක වෙලා තිබුණා නම් මේ ක්‍රම දෙකම ලියා ගන්න 25rh or circumference into height. Right, that is fine. Now we are moving to the next question. See the next question. Yes, 21. Find the distance that a motor bicycle that the motor bicycle which travel at a uniform speed 56 km per hour covers in 15 seconds. Haha. right unit එක වෙනස් කරලා දීලා තියෙනවා right දැන් දෙන්නම් වැඩේ කියලා සමහර ළමයි 56 kilometer h minus 1 multiply කරනවා කීයෙන්ද 15 seconds right see what happened here kilometer per hour for the time by the kilometers and hours distance kilometer time hours but here it deals with the time seconds so second and hours right you cannot have multiplications because the two different units so what you can do here hours to be converted as seconds or you can directly kilometer per hour measurements can convert to the meter per seconds right what is the constant you have to multiply see there this is also applicable in science kilometer per hour right measurements the speed measurements can convert to the meter per seconds measurements right by multiplying with 5 upon 8 sorry 5 upon 18 right so how to convert kilometer per seconds speed can convert to the meter per second speed by multiplying that value by 5 upon 18 මේක හොඳට මතක තියාගන්න දන්න නැත්නම් ලියාගන්න kilometer per hour convert වෙනවා කෙලින්ම ms minus 1 වලට by multiplying 5 upon 8 18 because you cannot multiply these two because two different units deal so what you do now 56 kilometer per hour convert with 5 upon 18 but here can it simplify yes 56 there right 56 into 18 for 5 upon 5 upon 18 then that gives you meter per second speed okay 5 upon 18 then what they are asking 15 second that is the distance traveled by us second then the meter per second right then you have to multiply it by the time 15 now you can multiply with seconds then s minus 1 has been cancelled out you have to just simplify I can simplify by say, by 3 3 6 3 5 then 2 3 2 28 28 but not further simplify 28 into 25 5 into 5 25 upon 3 right but it is not a simplification further like decimals are there right now any simplification here we can see right you can make this and divide by 3 to the nearest second decimal place any answers other than that make a simplify වෙන්නේ නැහැ නේද පුතා හදපු අය question එක මට වැරදුන්නේ නැහැ නේ find the distance that a motorbike which travels at a uniform speed 50 kilometer per hour covers in 15 second years here the time to be converted to the second means the speed convert to the meter per seconds by multiplying this figure right but here you cannot simplify if it is 54 I think simplified right 54 kilometer per hour right එහෙම වුණා නම් වැඩි ගොඩ right මෙතන simplify වෙන්නේ නැහැ මේක හැබැයි උත්තරේ එනවා මේක further simplify කරලා අපි තිබ්බොත් 28 into 25 28 into 25 divided by 3 එතකොට අපිට එන්නේ 233.33 meters right likewise answer is taken meters right okay correct it the answer 233.33 but in exam normally a simplified questions given so learn by this question what is the concept we have to learn kilometer per hour convert to the meter per seconds by multiplying with 5 upon 18 so that's a theorem you have to learn right right question number 22 now we are dealing right here that gives you a geometric equation here two sides equal and here 50 and here x and here 30 and here y right see there So they are asking find the value of x and y in the given information. See clearly. When two sides being same similarly marked, right, the front angle to that sides are also equal, right? So if it is 50, they are also 50. Why? The opposite sides are equal, then opposite angle to that sides are also equal. Now you can see that uh, this bigger triangle, right, the interior angle of these all three becomes 180. So you can write down 50 plus, right, 50 plus 50 50 and 30 plus x, right, gives you 180. Then 50 50 100 130 plus x equal 180. Now subject x here 180 subtract 130. So that gives you 50 degree, right? That gives you 50 degree. So x is 50 degree. So once you found the x, substitute there the value of x, that is 50. Now you can see that the small triangle here, I extract it one. So this is the small triangle, right? They are 50 and here also 50 and y is there. So now you can apply the exterior angle theorem for y. In this triangle, the exterior angle is y, that equal to the interior opposite sum, that is 50 plus 50, right? So y equal 50 plus 50 means 100, right? Y equal 100 degree. Okay, right? X equal that one, y equal this much. X equal 50, y equal 100. Okay. Right. Now we are moving to the next question. Here, question number 23. See there. Right. A center is marked, I think, PQ. හැමෝම නිකන් උත්සාහ කරන්න පුතා මැත්ස් වලට 100ම ලකුණු දාන්න පුළුවන්ද බලන්න. හරි බැරිද 100ම දාන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් O level paper වල 100ම දාන ළමයි නැද්ද මැත්ස් වලට ඉන්න ඕන තරම්. right තමනුත් ඒ අතර එක්කෙනෙක් වෙන්න බලන්න. බැරි නෑ හැමෝටම. ඒ විශ්වාසයෙන් හදන්න. අපි හැම වෙලෙම ලොකු ටාගට් එකක් තියාගන්න ජීවිතේ. එතකොට අපිට සාමාන්‍ය ඒකක් කියන එක එනවා. එකක්වත් වරද්දන්න නැති වෙන්න උත්සාහ කරන්න. එතකොට අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ලකුණු 75ක් කියන්නේ 25ක්ම වරද්දන්න පුළුවන් ලකුණු. එතකොට නිකම්ම ඒකක් එනවා. ඒකට නෙමෙයි අපි try කරන්න. මගේ එකම වැරද්දක්වත් නැතුව මම පේපර් එක හදනවා කියන විශ්වාසය ගන්න. right. PQ is a code of a circle center O, right? Make O මෙතන දීලා තියෙන ඕනේ එක missing. If PRQ 36, PRQ 36, they are asking find the magnitude of the QPS. QPS, right? This angle is asking S, right? So here you can see that PQ code is there. From the PQ code, right? The angle subtend on the circumference on the sector is 36. From the same code, the angle subtend on the sector is also to be 36. We mentioned that are the same sector angle, right? 36, 36. By the same sector, they inclined on the circumference. Okay, right? Subtend on the circumference. So 36, 36, fine. Now you can see this is a diameter. So if a diameter is there, the angle subtend from the diameter on the circumference is 90 degree. Right, this is the diameter. From the diameter, the subtend angle is 90 degree. Now you can see that in this triangle, right, the sum of these three angles shall be 180 because this is a triangle. So you can write down x plus 36 plus 90 gives you the 180. So x plus here 6, 126 equal 180. Just subtract from 180 the 126. So x equal 54 degrees, right? X equal 54 degrees. So in the diagram itself, you can mark this information, right? 36, 36. Then the examiner knows that this is students knows this concept, right? Same sector angles are equal. Then further mark from the diameter, the angle subtend on the circumference. From the diameter, the subtend angle shall be 90 degree. Now you can choose this triangle and the sum is add up to 180. Okay, now we are moving to the 24th question. That is fine. So what are the theorems you learned? The same sector angles are equal, as well as from the diameter, the angle subtend on the circumference is 90 degree. And the third theorem you learned, the sum of the interior angles of this triangle is add up to 180. So these are the three theorems we used in this question. Okay. And එහෙම දවසක් යනකොට ඒ ටික gain කරගන්න. Right. Now we are moving to question number 24. Find the actual distance of 5 centimeter represented on a scale 1 to 1 million in kilometer. Right. Better here. 1 to 1 million kilometers. There are several methods. Right. So they are asking to find the actual distance of 5 centimeter. So 5 centimeter means the distance in the map, because the centimeter distance is small distance. So 1 to 1 million mean if I draw 1 units in the scale diagrams, actually it represents 1 million. So what is the unit? Any unit you can applicable, right? What if I apply 1 centimeter, that means actual 1 million centimeter. If I apply 1 kilometer, 1 million kilometer, right? So if I need to find out 5 centimeter. So if I apply both centimeter units, so 1 centimeter represent 1 million centimeters in the map. So I can convert this centimeter 1 million to kilometer step by step. Centimeter first convert to the meters by dividing 100. So last two zeros cancelled, 1 3 zeros and 1 zeros meter. So that I have familiarized things. 1 centimeter represents 10,000 meters. But I do not feel, because they're asking by kilometer. I just convert this to the kilometer. So I feel now 1 centimeter. How to convert kilometer? Divide by 1,000. Then 10 kilometer. Now I feel better. 1 centimeter represents 10 kilometer. Yes, fine. Now they are asking 5 kilometer, 5 centimeter. How many kilometers? 1 centi, 10 kilometer mean multiply by 5. 5 centimeter means 10 into 5. So එකක් 10 නම් 5ක්. Right. 5ක් කියන්නේ 10ව 5ක්. So 10 into 5 kilometer. So how much? 50 kilometer. That's the representation. අන්න ඒ විදිහට ස්කේල් එක step down කරගෙන අපිට ගැලපෙන unit එකකින් compare කරගත්ත. බලන්න. Right. For the ratio we can apply same units. Then we converted to as familiarizing to us 1 centimeter 10 kilometer. Then 5 centimeter how much? 5 times of that. Then we are moving to the last question. Right, question number 25. මේවා හදාගන්න, මේවා ටිකක් ළමයින්ට අමාරු scale diagram, right? Fine. Right. Right. Okay, next question. Last question. AB is a straight road, right? AB is a straight road. We have here AB is a straight road. A channel is constructed such that 3 meters away from the road. 3 meters away from the road. Road means a straight line. Equidistance to a straight line means a parallel line. Yes, that is parallel line drawn already. And here 3 meters away. Fine. So that locus is drawn. So we discussed 4 locus are there: equidistance to a point, equidistance to 2 points, equidistance to a line, equidistance to 2 lines. Right. So out of 4 locus, 1 locus is there in the oral paper. Right. So here 1 locus drawn. So you have to draw the other one. Now read the carefully the sentence and such that 3 meters from the road and from the road to drain the water. Draw a sketch to places which are, highlight that word, in 5 meters away from point A. 5 meters away. That's the equidistance away from what? From A. From A. A is a point. Right. A from A is a point. So equidistance to a point is a circle. So you have to at least draw a part of a circle. right, having 5 centimeter 5 meter away, right? So which the point which satisfy these both requirement, 5 away, right, that is the locus circle, and 3 away from the line, that is a parallel line. So the conditions which satisfy the both condition is the point there. So 5 away from point A as well as 3 away from the line, that is a parallel line, this is the circle. So it intersect with these points which satisfy the both requirement. So that's the point we have on the parallel line. Take the answer. Right. So what about you, mark, my students? Right. So each question carries 2 marks and send me your marks out of 50, how much you gain today. Right. හොඳ ඩිස්කෂන් එකක් කරේ අපි. ඉතින් හැමෝටම ගේන් කරගන්න පුළුවන්. හැමෝගෙම වැරදි ක්වෙස්චන්ස් වලටයි මුල් තැන දෙන්න ඕන. අපි වර්ධිනකොට සතුටු වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඇයි ඒ අපිට අලුත් දෙයක් ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්. right. ඒතකොට පොතේ රතු පාට දැන් වැඩි වුණාට කමක් නැහැ. ඉන්ඩෙන් ඒක අඩු වෙවි යන්න ඕනේ. ඒතකොට අපි මාර්තු මාසේ ෆුල් පේපර්ස් ස්ටාර්ට් කරනවා. අද දැන් මේ පොඩි අප්‍රෝච් එකක් අරගන්න. එතකොට ඔයාලට පේපර්ස් throughම පාඩම් ටික අල්ලගන්න පුළුවන්. සමහර ළමයි ඉන්නවා පුතා පේපර් ක්ලාස් එකෙන්ම ඒකකට ගියපු ළමයි. તો පේපර් ක්ලාස් එකේ මම දැන් ඔයාලට තේරෙනවානේ තියරි ආයි ඩිස්කස් කරනවා. ෆස්ට් ඇප්‍රොක්සිමේෂන් බැරි අයට ආයි ෆස්ට් ඇප්‍රොක්සිමේෂන් ඕකේ වෙනවා. right fractions බැරි අයට fractions ඕකේ වෙනවා. straight line බැරි අයට straight line graphs ඕකේ වෙනවා. හරි. එතකොට ඊව ටික කැච් අප් කරගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ නිසා බය නැතුව විශ්වාසයෙන් පන්තියට හැමදාම සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න. වැඩි ගොඩ දාලා දෙනවා මගේ පැත්තෙන්. උපරිම. දැන් මම මේ අද උදේ 7:00 හිටගත්තු ගමන් ඉන්නේ ෆිසිකල් ක්ලාසස් කරලා ඊට පස්සේ ඔන්ලයින් එක දිගට මහන්සි. ඉතින් එහෙම තමයි කැපකිරීම ජීවිතේ කරන්න ඕනේ ඔයාලා. ඉගෙන ගන්න කාලේ එහෙම කැපකිරීම කරන්නේ. ඒක තමයි අපිට ජයග්‍රහණයක් එන්නේ. කැපකිරීම නැතුව දිනපු මිනිස්සු බොහොම අඩුයි. හරි. හොඳට අඩුපාඩු හදාගන්න ඕනේ දැන් ඈ. දැන් එක පේපර් එකකින් පස්සේ ඊළඟ එකට එනකොට ආයේ පරණ ඒවා කරනවා නම් ඔයාලා ගේන් කරගෙන නැහැ. ඒ නිසා පරණ අඩුපාඩු ටික අයින් වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒකයි ගේන් කරනවා. දැන් අද සෙෂන් එක ඉවරනාට පස්සේ ආයේ බලන්න අරගෙන මගේ මේ ගණන් 5 වැරදුනා. right. එතකොට මං ආයේ හරි මේක ආයේ වරදින්න විදියක් නැහැ. මේක මං ගේන් කරගත්තා. නිකන් පොත වහලා තියන්න එපා පැත්තකින්. අනිවාර්යෙන්ම අද සෙට් වෙලා මේක බලන්න ඕනේ. මගේ වැරදි ගණන් ටික දිහා ආයේ බලන්න. හැමෝම පොත වහන්න කලින් right මේක වැරදුනා හරි මේක ඉගෙන ගත්තා මෙහෙමයි හදන්නේ right එහෙම ඔලුවට දාගන්න එහෙම නැතුව නිකන් ඔහේ වැරද්දක් දාගෙන යන්න එපා එහෙම වුණොත් මේක ගේන් වෙන්නේ නැහැ හරි දවසින් දවස ඉම්ප්‍රූව් කරගන්න සතියෙන් සතිය ඉම්ප්‍රූව් කරගන්න ඒ අතර මට WhatsApp කරලා ඕන ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහන්න විභාගෙට මේ සර් මේ ගැටලුව හදන්නේ කොහොමද මම පුළුවන් විදිහට හැමෝටම උදව් කරනවා නිසා වැඩේ ගොඩ දාගන්න හරිද එතකොට මේ පාර ලියන ළමයි මේකේ දෙන්නේ තුන් දෙනෙක් හිටියේ එයා පුතා මේ ලියන අය මට මැසේජ් එකක් දාන්න වෙනම ඒකට එයාලට හෙට වෙනම සෙෂන් එකක් තියෙනවා රිවිෂන් සෙෂන් ටිකක් සෙකන්ඩ් පේපර් එක බේස් කරගෙන මේ මාස ටික යනවා. ඒතර හෙට graph part 2 එක මේවා කරනවා පටන් ගන්නවා. ඉතින් මේ සෙෂන්ස් ටිකත් එක්කත් ඔයාලා සම්බන්ධ වෙලා ඉන්න. හරිද? එහෙනම් අපි ඊළඟ දවසේ අපි මුණ ගැහෙන්නේ අය මේ පාර ලියන අයට හෙට සෙෂන් එකක් තියෙනවා දන්න අය ඉන්නවනම් කියන්න. හෙට රෑ 8ට තියෙන්නේ මේ පාර ලියන අයට graph second paper එකේ graph ගන්න කොහොමද හදන්නේ කියලා රිවයිස් කරලා දෙනවා. right. ඔයාලට අවශ්‍ය අයට ඉන්නවනම් මට මෙසේජ් එකක් දාන්න. ඒ අයටත් සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න පුළුවන්. right. හොඳයි පුතා. එහෙනම් අද අපි ඉවර කරා paper number 4 එක. එහෙනම් ලබන සතිය අපි paper number 5 එකත් එක්ක හම්බෙමු. right. එහෙනම් good night. Thank you very much.